I like to think that help shouldn't hurt. And too often in mental health services, help hurts. It's what I call toxic help. Okay. That when I was told, when I was a teenager, that I had schizophrenia, I was also told that basically I was a schizophrenic, and I was told to adopt this identity as a disease, as an illness, as a chronically ill schizophrenic. And when I was unwilling at first to do that, I was told that I lacked insight and that I needed to develop insight into how sick that I was. Right? And that is really, when you think about it, an assault on human dignity. Human dignity. Dignity is that sense of having a fundamental worth, a fundamental value. And our dignity is not judged by the worth or the value of how much money we have or how great our clothes are or the fancy car that we drive. That's not dignity, okay? Dignity is something deeper, almost a birthright, if you will. I don't have to prove my dignity. It needs to be assumed in my interaction. And what I found, especially in the early days of my engagement with the mental health system, is my dignity, my sense of my self-evident right to be and to become the unique, never to be repeated gift that I am, the unique Pat Deegan, was taken away. That's an assault on human dignity, right? That hurts. That hurts. And it was taken away, and I was given another identity to substitute, which was a schizophrenic, sick for the rest of my life. Now, I wish I could say, I'm 69 years old, I wish I could say this happened in the olden days, but it's not happening anymore. Not true. It's happening a lot still. And so the deeper agenda of personal medicine coaching is the recognition that if we're going to change the mental health system so no one gets hurt in it again, if we're going to change how it is that we uphold human dignity, the right to be and to become the unique, incurable, fabulous person that I'm meant to be. If we're going to stay true to that in mental health services, then our job is to really lift up human voice and human choice, right? And not suppress it, right? And so what personal medicine coaching really, in some fashion, is about is an exercise in co-creating wellness tools together. Okay. So often we think of, oh, I have the advanced degrees, and this is how I was trained. I have a doctorate in clinical psychology. I have the advanced degrees. I have the really real knowledge. I know the diagnostics. I know the prognosis. I know all of this stuff, right? And I know what's best for you. Okay. Well, the doctors who said I was a schizophrenic and assaulted my dignity in that way, they thought they knew what was best for me. They thought they were doing the right thing. But actually what they were doing was hurting me, not helping me. So to move away from toxic help, okay, help that hurts, we have to understand that true help always must be co-created. It's something we do together, okay? That the individual that we're working with is very much a part of having a say in what is helpful. And that's why we don't prescribe personal medicine for the individuals that we're working with. Here's a card, hey, this would be perfect for you. That's not what we do. And that's been such a focus in this course, because there's an enduring value, an enduring belief that no matter how disturbed or disturbing, how unwell a person may seem, that there is within each and every person an inner wisdom, a sense of what helps, right? And we, from day one, work with people in the personal medicine coaching approach in such a way that we're inviting the individual as an expert in their own lives to come forth. Now, many people we work with at first are going to say, but I'm not a doctor. I can't do these things. How should I? I'm sick, right? Your job is to fix me. You've got the fancy degrees, right? But what we're saying is something quite disruptive of that. We're saying help is co-created. I don't know what help is for you until together we discover it, right? And that's sort of one of the core transformations, and it's very much focused on facilitating human dignity, right? And bringing the common ground of our shared humanity, making that the center of the work that we do, the common ground of our shared humanity. You know, I would imagine that you have noticed on a lot of the materials for personal medicine coaching, we have a logo here at Pat Deegan and Associates, and it's those three triangles, a yellow one and a blue one and a green one. You've seen the, shake your head if you've seen them. You have to have seen them. They're everywhere, right? Well, where did that come from? And let me tell you what it means, because it is a bit of an interesting story. I was flying, it was the early days when I was thinking about, I was thinking a lot about the importance of common ground, of our shared humanity, and what kind of would represent that, right? And I happened to be on an airplane flying from California, which is on the western coast of the United States, and I was flying all the way back to the eastern part of the United States where I live. So I'm on the airplane at 30,000 feet, and underneath me are the Rocky Mountains, which are very high mountains, right? And of course, Rocky Mountains, you know, are shaped like triangles in a sense, right? And then it dawned on me, oh my gosh, if I was to take the Rocky Mountains, which have all uneven peaks, some very, very high, beautiful peaks, some ugly, short, little peaks. What if I flipped the mountains upside down? They would all share the same base. They would all share the common ground of their base. So so in my imagination, that made incredible sense, that if I took triangles, flipped them upside down, that would in some way say we're about the common ground, not who's higher on a higher peak because I have a PhD or an MD. No, we share the same base, the same common ground.